Welcome, folks, to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where folks have been shouting "Hotty Toddy" since the very early hours today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it, as we'll see the number 7 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team, the Ole Miss Rebels. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. And the Rebels will kick this deep to start us off. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late and potentially get sacked. You've got to make sure it hits just right for this play to work.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. On the run here, lets it go. This time it's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but, boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
He hands it off from the gun. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Well, Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Catch is made way down inside the 30.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Here's a throw underneath the tight end.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle made at the 13, but here we go, a red zone opportunity.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. The pocket breaking down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Looking to chuck it again. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today, and you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Number 32, set to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback to start the 25. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
The back's got it. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. That one hurts. Backs him up 10 yards. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Nice job by this defense jumping on that football to come up with the interception. And not exactly how this quarterback envisioned this game starting. His very first throw of the game, he puts into traffic, and he costs his team in a big way.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And now they'll set up for the point after. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
LSU 14, Ole Miss 0.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Breaks loose at the 40. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a 1st down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, really affects the team's mood.
Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play.
Chris, I really felt the quarterback came off the fake a little bit too quick. The defense didn't bite at all on the play action. They saw the quarterback had the ball, attacked, and got the sack.
Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Are we going to see a repeat? Remember, last time these teams played, it got ugly.
Chris, that's one of those games you just hate to see in a rivalry game when it gets so one-sided. Hoping today to see this defense play much better.
Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Quarterback drops back. Defense is coming after him. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Excellent protection all day to throw. Flings it now to the left. An explosive play, moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 38. And the Rebels pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. From the shotgun, handoff inside. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And he drops back in the gun. He's running out. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Catch made on the left side. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. So one play moves the ball to the 38. It'll be first down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Caught quickly. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. And set. Here's second down. No press coverage. The DB's backing up now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Did not get a hold of it. Not what the punter was hoping for. And the returner brought down by that coverage team.
Well, this returner's about to get an earful, but at least the coach isn't as mad as they would have been if they ended up losing the ball.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Bringing pressure. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically.
Oh, that one's picked off. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Off the play fake on first down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. He's got it near the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. They'll run it from the gun. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-hole. You better make some adjustments up front to give your poor quarterback a chance.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on third down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And they finally stop him when the quarterback keeper picks up great yardage and a first down. The Rebels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Trends show guys that are continuing to go for it on 4th down. But what's crazy to me, Chris, is deep in your own territory to go for it on 4th down. It's a big risk, but it pays off here.
And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Now it's 2nd down here. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they're finally able to stop him. But great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there. And the Rebels are looking to keep this drive going. First down. Looking to throw the football. It's a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. But I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more with that pitch and catch.
They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another 3rd down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Important 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Pressure is coming. Looking to scramble now. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. And the Rebels will come to the line here looking to convert on 4th down. They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Tackle made after the completion. Here comes the up-tempo offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Now the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Here's the option play. He'll toss it to the back. Breaks loose at the 45. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. He moves the ball to the 38, another 1st down. And the quarterback dropping back. He's escaping the pocket now. He's going to pull it down and run. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He pulls in the catch. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. They chase him down and tried to run for it, but it'll bring up 4th down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. And this one is right through.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock runs out in the 1st half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway.
Set to advance on the football.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the powerful Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Well, he moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a 1st down. The offense looks fired up to begin the 2nd half. That's the kind of play they needed to give them a spark.
Absolutely. I know they're down in this game. Clearly something was said at halftime to try to get this offensive line engaged, and it looks like it's working. They're playing with a different kind of energy. Let's see if they can do it again.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he...
The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, LSU. Wow, what a play, a defensive score.
Oh, my gosh, he completely baits the quarterback here. Quarterback thinks he can dump it off to the running back. The defense anticipates it, steps in front of it, and goes to the house for a touchdown.
Point after, up and good.
28, Ole Miss 3.
From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Rebels offense back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. Breaking tackles.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Third down coming up.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. 4th down, looking to throw for it. He's got it, and that is enough for a 1st down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st. The Rebels keep the football on the move. Handoff here from the shotgun. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it. Enough for a 1st down. 4th set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. And the Rebels will line up here on 1st down and goal. Receiver in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they've got him. A sack with the defense. They'll take momentum into the final quarter of play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. LSU 28, Ole Miss 3.
Crucial play to begin the new quarter. The offense sets up with a 3rd and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he's brought down there.
I'll tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. And now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown.
And it's broken up there. Great play, a 4th down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the 4th quarter on a 4th down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
The pass rush closing in. Who makes the grab? Take it down, but not before he makes the 1st down.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long. Over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
He's back to throw again on second down. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Well, the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's 4th down. Special teams on the field. Now here comes a punt. Check this out, a fake. They'll try to throw for it. Launches downfield. The punter with a completed pass for a first down.
Wow, how about that one, Chris? I really thought the up man was going to take off and run, but instead he throws it and fools everybody.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense. The coordinator knows how to get after this quarterback. This guy is dangerous when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator understands that. That's why he's trying to hurry up the process. They get pressure on him here, actually hit him as he's throwing this football.
Tough spot. The offense has to convert a 3rd and long from the 30 to get this drive going. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, he's got it down inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown continues. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. The extra point is good. They're pulling away 35-3. Now the kickoff team is out on the field.
35, Ole Miss, 3.
And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Catch made on the right side.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. A gain of 2 yards, and now it's 2nd down and 8.
The defense coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's looking to scramble. He's found some room at the 45. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
And the Rebels pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looks like he's going to run it. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet. Empty backfield, offense spreading the field with 5 wide. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Well, I always want to see quarterbacks try to pick up some additional yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have got to stay in the game and stay on the field. He's got to be careful out there.
He throws it away. A smart choice that time, but it will bring up 3rd down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
But let's be honest, all wins are not equal. You go in there and hammer your rival and get bragging rights. That's sweet, man.
Yeah, this one is a little bit different. I mean, this is a game you